So I just arrived at the Arizona Sunset Inn, and it's simple. It's supposed to be a very nice hotel. It was quite an interesting drive on the I-10. It's quiet, so I'm gonna see if I could check in early and drop my stuff off and then walk into town. The tasting rooms are up around the street, or I'll take a little drive and look around. So welcome to Arizona Sunset Inn. And this is Macy, who will come out to the parking lot and say hi to you. Or she'll bark at you if you're not supposed to be here. Hi, Macy. You sunbathing? This is a room. It's simple, clean. 2 double beds, 2 queens. Let's check out the bathroom. Not bad. I'm gonna take a look. Take a little tour.
I'm president of the Historical Society, and I've researched the history of northern Cochise County for 20 years. There's how the town began, military ranching. We shipped more cattle from the open range than anywhere in the United States for decades. Once the railroad got here in 1880, the town started, and all the goods were shipped here, and then we were the distribution point to all parts of southern Arizona. So this is where everything is going on.
So I'm settled in after my first day. It's a very friendly town. It's very quiet. Tasting rooms up the street from my hotel were pretty busy towards the end, so that was nice. I met some people from different parts of Arizona. I'm going to hopefully get some information on the ones who are doing organic, sustainable growing for grapes. Sonoyta and Willcox provide 80 to 90%, I believe, of Arizona's grapes. The winemakers in other parts of the state, chances are they got their grapes from this area. So I really wanted to go to the source and see what or how they're doing this. The other part of this trip is to experience the difference between local growers and organic growers and non-organic growers. Many of us have wine headaches, meaning after the day after, or sometimes immediately after drinking wine, particularly red wine, they get a headache. And I always, well, almost always do when I drink wine that I purchased in North America. When I'm in Europe, I had no problem. I went through multiple countries in one trip 2 winters ago, and I had no problem drinking, and I drink a lot more wine. I know I shouldn't have, but it was just so good. You can't resist it. It was really a risk I took because, you know, sometimes the next day I had to get up early, pack, and get on a train and go to a different city or country. And I thought I lucked out, but my friends in Europe said, they don't have that problem because they don't really put preservatives in their wine. And this is a problem we have here in America, at least, probably Canada too. I sipped maybe nine little tastes of different wines from 2 cellars, 2 tasting rooms today, and I did feel it. I did feel the effects. Number 1, hydrate. Hydrate before you go sipping wine, if you go wine tasting. Eat something, don't go on an empty stomach. Take some B vitamins with you before and maybe after. And just make sure your gut ready too, because wines are pretty acidic. So you want to make sure you have a good, healthy gut. Take your probiotics that morning. And let's see, I'll let you know tomorrow how I feel. I'm going to get ready to unwind here. I'm going to take a hot shower and call it a night, and I will see you tomorrow. It's a made-to-order breakfast place. So you just choose what you want, and you will make it. No headache this morning.
Known for our Riesling. We're one of a few that can grow Riesling out here, as well as our Malbec. And the location of the vineyard is a little bit more unique in that we kind of sit higher as far as elevation. We're right at the base of the Dos Cabezas mountain, so we get some of that really cool mountain airflow coming down.
So you're higher compared to the other vineyards in this area?
We're about a couple hundred feet higher.
Oh, okay. So I just pulled into property of Pillsbury Vineyards. Unfortunately, my friend Sam's not here today, so I'm going to meet his, I think she's a manager, Terry, at the tasting room and get an orientation on Pillsbury wines.
Right here, we don't bring fruit in from anywhere else. We ferment with the wild yeast that comes in on our fruit. So, sometimes fermentation takes a little longer. We're basically waiting for Mother Nature to run its course. Everything we have comes from here. It's grown here. The wild yeast are used. Everything is hand picked. It's hand sorted. Everything is aged in barrels. No big tanks of anything. Everything is in neutral oak, so you're not going to taste wood on any of our wines, reds, whites, or others. We pick a little earlier than most people do, so we don't have those big, super high alcohol, super jammy ripe wines. We kind of fight the sun and go just the opposite. It's because we make wines to go with food. The magic of pairing can make such a difference.
All right, I left Sam's Pillsbury Wines, and I'm heading to Rhumbline Vineyard, and this place owned by a couple. They live off-grid. Those two huts on the right, see that, where they have accommodations. They have a lavender farm and an olive farm and a vineyard, so this is going to be really fun. And there's Todd.
About to have 11 different varietals. So our original planting was Grenache, Malvasia, Roussan, Graciano, and Tempranillo, and that was in 13.
And you sell to other winemakers in the state or outside the state too? That's nice, keeping it local.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
good.
why we're here. That's how we got started, was to help everybody out because they couldn't get enough grapes locally. 80% of the grapes have been grown here.
In Willcox?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was the whole Sonoyta and Willcox. It's here.
Here.
Oh.
This side by itself during the week.
Okay.
Somebody couldn't rent this on the weekend. You can only rent the suites on the
Okay,
weekend,
so
or
the
the whole
studios
hut.
during the week.
Or the whole hut, yeah. Chiricahua National Monument's basically almost due east of us.
Very popular. A lot of people.
Oh, it's beautiful.
If you haven't been up there, it's like Texas Canyon area when you come through where the restaurant is on I-10. You know, it's kind of boulders like that.
Oh, this is nice. So this is for like both visitors can sit out here, and I saw this on your website.
So stargazing.
Yes, I bet. You're just surrounded by mountains. Just every view.
Yeah.
This is so comfortable.
That's the goal.
Yeah. And that's a little workspace area?
Yeah, just like a little
Okay.
desk.
Yeah.
And there's a closet and then the bathroom.
Now, where are your olives? You have olives?
So those are some of them.
I didn't think olives can grow here.
We are
Is this your...
on the verge of being too cold, so they're all cold hardy, and we're keeping our fingers crossed. This year will be our third year.
Unica.
That's Diego.
Oh, how cute. Are they all the same age? They're so adorable.
I think that's second.
They're adorable. They're your guard dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Michelle creates these beautiful body care products and culinary products using ingredients from their farm. I was fortunate to pick some up while I was there, but you can order them on their website. Again, another moment when I wish I had an SUV or a 4x4. I'm at Birds and Barrels Vineyards doing their tastings. I wanted to do it here versus their tasting room in town, and it's inside a tent, so I decided to sit outside because it's kind of loud in there, and I just wanted to savor the views. Even though it's dead of winter, nothing's growing, just the vines are there, and I believe the buds will start in March to maybe April to May. Or is it March to April? So the best time to come would be April, May, and then summer to see everything in full bloom. Well, that was worth it. I met the owner, Monica, one of the owners. Her husband is the co-owner, and she was just lovely. I like something of each vineyard the best. I can't decide, because when you're doing this alone, solo traveling, you could taste a little bit, and you can't. It's really hard because in the back of my head I'm thinking, I gotta get in the car and drive, and I don't want to drink much, so I had very little taste, but enough to know which wine of each vineyard I like the best. I intend to come back with a friend or two, so I'm not the driver. The weather here in Willcox is just weird. In the winter, it was freezing this morning. It was about 26 to 35 degrees when I left in the morning just to go downstairs for breakfast, and now the sun's beating on me. It feels like 80 in the car. Out of the car, probably about 70s, but it's beautiful. The clouds are moving through, and there's really no rain coming, and I'm going to conclude my day and go to Unica. Willcox has a lot more to offer than you would think. I had a wonderful time here. This is my first solo wine tasting trip, and I really enjoyed it, and I will be coming back. If you've been to Willcox or you're planning to go, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you for spending this weekend with me, and we will see you in the next one.